Hello, Aries. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Aries? Happy Friday. I am recording this on a Friday. I hope you've had a good week, and I hope that you do get the weekend to do a little bit of self-care, hopefully, huh? All right, so we're using 3 new Oracle decks, cleaning out my tarot room, finding some of the decks that I haven't been using in a while and trying to put them in the rotation. So this one is the Fairy Oracle. We're going to ask the overall energy for the reading from the Fairy Oracle. We just had that new moon on the 18th, so we're just 3 days post. We're still on that energy. So we're going to ask Moonology about what's coming up in the week ahead, and then we're going to ask for future energy here. All right, Aries, I am your sister fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius rising. I know a lot of Aries people. Most of my people are Aries. Yeah. Taurus and Aries. Yeah, we're always following each other around. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please, for the week ahead. Tell me what the overall energy is. Welcome if you're a cross watcher. Tell me about Aries. All right, nature's signs. It says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and our minds. I feel like you're going to be getting some signs in the week ahead. And these signs, I feel, are mostly going to be animals. Animals, possibly butterflies. I'm seeing butterflies here, but the butterfly is blue, and that tells me, well, they're kind of purple though too. I'm gonna say that your third eye is gonna, it feels like you're gonna realize your third eye is open. You're gonna realize it because it's when your third eye is open, and maybe if you've experienced this, you can say so in the comments, but for me, when my third eye opened, it was all about animals. Just after my third eye opened, I saw, like, I live on the very edge of my city, but when I looked down from my second floor dining room, I saw a great big buck, like an 8-point buck, like a big one. And although I live on the edge of the city, that's not something I ever see. So I started seeing weird things about animals. Animals would be in weird places that they shouldn't be, and they'd be staring me down. I wouldn't be uncomfortable. So I feel like your signs are coming. It's either butterflies, particularly purple or blue, because I feel like the violet is the third eye. She's wearing that cloak, and I also feel like the blue is in the butterfly. That's the throat chakra. So it feels like you're going to have a sign to speak up. There's something that you want to say or been wanting to say, and it's going to be when you're supposed to say it, whatever that thing is. I feel like you're supposed to get some signs. You will get some weird signs from animals. Sitting at a picnic table and a squirrel comes in the yard and won't take its eyes off you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be weird like that. It's going to feel weird. Bottom of the deck, we have go outside. I was just talking about the picnic table. So go outside. It says it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful piece of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habit. Okay, so habitat, sorry. So these are both about nature. These are both about getting grounded, going outside, getting a good feel. Take your shoes off, get your feet in the sand or the grass or whatever it is, you know. Feels like you're about to get some signs through nature. Birds, squirrels, curious animals. All right, it's coming up in the week ahead. What does Moonology have to tell us? First of all, we threw one on the floor. Let me just take a look. All right, what is it? A personal issue reaches resolution. I feel like this sign from nature that you're going to get is about that resolution. Full moon in Cancer, this says here. The 22nd is Leo season, so we're right on the edge, on the cusp of Cancer here, right? So it does say full moon in Cancer, although we did have a new moon in Cancer. It says a personal issue is about to reach resolution. You might already be getting signs. And if you are, or maybe it is in the week ahead, but if you are already getting some signs, they're just going to get louder going into the week ahead. We have confidence as your key to success. New moon in Leo. There we go. We're crossing over. We got Cancer and Leo. Today's Cancer, tomorrow's Leo. Kind of like that. And then we have communication as key. Okay. Confidence, communication. Something personal is about to resolve itself, Aries. So you might have a Gemini placement. You could have a Leo placement. You could have a Cancer placement. You could be dealing with one of those signs. Communication is key. It says new moon in Gemini. It feels like you're really going to have to think something through. Something that you're going to get confirmed in your intuition, Cancer energy, and then Leo energy is about taking action. Confidence is your key to success. Because Leo is fire, and fire is all about taking action. Leo is also about not being afraid to take the spotlight. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You want to watch? I'll take the spotlight. Leos, as a rule, aren't that hard to look at. But maybe you have Leo somewhere else in your chart. I have Leo in Jupiter. Yep, that's my abundance. Vroom, vroom, vroom. All right. We have Mending. Oh, and it's in the reverse. Now, I don't generally read these cards in the reverse. But we won't ignore that it came out in the reverse. I feel like there's some challenge here. And the challenge is that when you're coming to this resolution, it's mending fences is what it feels like. We've got card number 52. It's card number 7. I think that the universe is on your side. I want to say that when I see 7s, it's always about heaven, divine intervention. It's always about what is in heaven will be on earth, as on earth done in heaven, right? It feels like you are wanting to mend a bridge. Just listening. Yeah, you need to speak up. There's blue on the spool and blue in the sky. We have pink in the sky as well, which is the crown chakra, which means that it feels like you're already getting these downloads. Feels as though you're going to be inspired to say something to someone. And you want to mend it, but you're unsure if you can. You're unsure if this is broken beyond repair, or if we can still mend this thing. I think you can, because it's card number 7. Had it not been card number 7, I would not be sure. But it feels like card number 7, being that destiny is involved here. I think you're going to be able to mend something here. The key, though, is confidence. You have to be confident enough to take the lead. You're the leader, right? You usher us all in every year, Aries. And you have to be confident enough to take the spotlight and take the lead. There's something here that's been in your feelings. You've been in your feelings about, or under the surface with your feelings. It's like you're hiding your feelings from other people. There is a personal issue that's been under the surface emotionally, and I think it's time for you to take care of it. But I want to say that, for whoever this is resonating with, I think you're already getting signs. Yeah, I think you can't ignore them anymore. I think they're pretty loud. I don't think you're ignoring anything anymore. All right. Let's take a look at some tarot. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's a great reading already, Aries. You never fail to bring it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you are brand new and you've come through the side door, please let us know in the comments. We like to be in the comments around here, some of us. So if you like to be in the comments, I will see you there. I do read them all, and I comment back on most of them. You're important to me that way. All right. The Ace of Pentacles is here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Something is about to be big time change here. You're about to go through some really large change. When the Ace of Pentacles is involved in terms of how you are investing, I feel as though, the Ace of Pentacles change your life because it's everything, right? It's all the abundance. Once you get it in the ground, it's all the abundance. All you got to do is nurture it. I think this personal situation that is reaching resolution, I feel has something, it's something that is either the person changed your life or it changed your life. Like this will change your life when you get this to its resolution here. I think the resolution is that you're going to invest in something here. We've got the star energy. Confidence is your key to success. Look, you're the star. You got to go in this. I feel like I'm your coach. I'm your football coach, and I'm telling you what you got to do. Trying to be your hype man here. That's what it feels like. Don't forget you're the star. Don't forget you're the star. You have value. People look at you. They know you're intelligent, highly intelligent. You're connected to the universe. You're listening to your gut. It's my experience and the people that I know that Leo is actually quite spiritual. Very connected. Of course, it always depends on what's in the chart. The moon and the rising for sure. But this here tells me that you are the star, and you're the star that doesn't mind taking the spotlight. So you have some sadness, I feel, regret about whatever went on back there. So whatever the thing is that you want to mend. The Five of Cups is here. I think you want to mend it because you have regrets. I wonder what would have happened had we had the reunion, right? I wonder what would have happened if we would have had the reunion. And I'm standing here in my feelings. It feels like something has bloomed for you, Aries, but it feels like you can't stop looking back there. Could be dealing with Aquarius. We've got the Four of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's going to make a move, I think, here. Star and the Nine of Cups. Understood. This is a realization. You're confident now. You know who the Nine of Cups is. You know who the wish fulfillment is. It could be someone who's Aquarius. We have the Seven of Cups. So this sadness and regret that you have for whatever went on back there, I feel has become overwhelming, and that's why you're going to have to mend it. I feel like you've been getting downloads, you've been getting signs from the universe via probably things that go on in nature. Either you're finding something weird like a four-leaf clover, which is very rare, or you are, you're finding something weird and wonderful all the time. And you're noticing it. I think you're noticing it. It's your notice from the universe that it's time to open up. It's time to get out of this Four of Cups energy. You've been in this, I don't know if it's a dark place, but it feels like it only rains where you are. Like, I don't feel like you're exactly happy where you've been, I think. But the personal issue that's reaching resolution, I think, has to do with your feelings. And I think that the Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you're about to do something that's going to change your life. Just listening. Confidence is your key to success. You got to say something. The star is Aquarius. It's air energy. It's what's up in your head. You have to get it out of your head and say it in the 3D here. I don't see any pentacles though. Seven of Cups. Being overwhelmed with it feels like there's something here that's going to change your life and make you the star. You're going to have to be the star. You're going to have to be okay with taking the spotlight when your Nine of Cups arrives. Confidence is your key to success. You do want success. We've got the Seven of Wands. Ooh, so after holding your ground and walking away, Five of Wands tells me you've got a little bit of apprehension because it's been so long. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. It's been so long, I don't know what the next move is. I'm sort of in indecision. What do I do? I'm not really sure. The Eight of Cups, because I walked away and then stood my ground. I feel like it feels like you walked away from something or pulled away from someone and stood your ground, and then you guys stopped talking. It might have been an Empress you were dealing with, Aries, Taurus, and Libra energy. Let's clarify just a little bit for you here. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, please. Four of Cups in the reverse. I think you're willing to invest somewhere that you were not willing to invest in before. And I feel like it has to do, you're willing to invest your feelings somewhere or show someone your feelings, that your feelings have grown or you're ready to grow your feelings. The personal issue reaches resolution. So you may have had a hard time showing somebody your feelings. The Sun is here, but you're about to go under the spotlight here. The Sun is here. These are both cards of Leo, right? So you've had a breakthrough here or a realization, Aries, I think, that you need to come out of this Four of Cups energy, that it's not really productive there. It's kind of the dead zone as in terms of your heart space. And it feels like you just want to resolve whatever it is that you've been holding under the surface in your feelings, Cancer energy. It's a realization, yeah, that I can't just sit here in my feelings. I gotta talk about it. I gotta figure out if it's a viable way for me to invest, if it's still viable. We've got Seven of Wands. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Cups. So on the bottom of the deck, it was speaking about you standing your ground, right? Yeah. Speaking about you standing your ground and walking away. And I think that you have realized, because this personal issue of feelings is reaching a resolution here, you've realized that you've stood your ground on your wish fulfillment. It feels like it's the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, so it feels like you stood your ground possibly with either the Empress or the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is mimicking the Empress. And it feels, with the Queen being in the reverse, it feels like there has been no communication, because the Star is here, but I feel like there's been no communication because when the Queen's in the reverse, she's not entertaining everybody else. Like, she is very charitable and dependable and loves to help people, but can be an overgiver. But when the Queen is in the reverse, she's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it for you and for you and for you and for you, so you can all take a piece of me and then I have nothing left for me. It feels like the Queen of Pentacles is feeling a little more reserved about who she's giving her energy to. I say she because it looks like a female on the card, but please know we're not reading body parts. We are reading masculine and feminine energies. So I think that there is, it feels like there is that you're going to have to find the confidence if you want the success. And it totally is up to you. Some of you won't want it and some of you will want it. But it feels as though there is somebody that you are not speaking with or is not speaking with you. Someone who's actually not focused on you at all. They're focused on themselves. And the Five of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that there's been silence and that maybe you have some regret. That there's been I think that you thought the Queen of Pentacles was going to reach out, and the Queen of Pentacles is minding her business and staying in her lane. So I think that there's regret because there is silence. I think that you have figured out that you have some feelings for this person. You want to mend fences, but you don't know how to get a hold of this person. This person is not... It feels like this person is very much inward. Yeah. Very much inward. Tell me what this the challenge is for the week ahead, please. What's the challenge? Ten of Cups. Wow. The challenge is the Ten of Cups. I feel like you still have hope, even though you have this, the Five of Cups here, feeling in lack in your emotions. I think you still have hope. I think that's what the star is giving me. You have hope that this Nine of Cups is still viable. And you now want to invest. You see it clearly now. You've had a breakthrough. You see it clearly that you stood your ground. And you now realize that you stood your ground on your wish fulfillment and the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is the challenge, because I don't think you're in communication with the Queen. I think the Queen's not having it. Not with you and not with anybody. I think the Queen is inward right now, taking care of herself. Or hisself. The King of Cups is here. So it looks like there is, going into the future, I feel like we're talking about feelings. Talking about the King of Cups. What is the depth of our feelings? It's really overwhelming. I feel like this may be new to you. The King of Cups stuff, I mean, might be new to you. You might be someone who doesn't really want to speak about feelings. The Seven of Cups tells me that you get too overwhelmed, that you're very emotional. You're probably a crier, feminine or masculine, and it feels like you get overly emotional. And, you know, the fact that you have not been in contact with the Queen, I think is something that is feeling too overwhelming. It's like you really need to mend whatever was going on here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, we've got Leo, we've got Cancer. Yeah, what are you going to be mending? Oops. There we go. We're going to start talking. The Eight of Wands is here. We're going to start a conversation. You're going to start a conversation. And if you're not the one who's starting a conversation, this likely is not your reading, because somebody here wants the Ten of Cups, realizes what they've left, realizes that maybe all these signs that they're getting is leading to a breakthrough. I think it is leading to a breakthrough, that you realize you want to invest and you have to be more open if you're going to, that you stood your ground on the wrong thing. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you. I will be back, of course. I'm always back. I love you guys. Bye-bye.